Okay. Okay. Let me start some music up in this. He's a Musac, and then we'll alert everyone that I went live. Chill vibes music, unlicensed, so I don't get banned. How about this one? We'll see how this goes. Turn it down. Turn it down or up for you guys a little bit. Make sure that it's not too loud. Hold on. I gotta fix my headset. Actually, that should be fine. Okay, now let's get everyone in here. Share the stream. Oh no. How do I share the stream here? View your live stream in a web browser. There we go. Okay, let's alert everyone. Let me post this on Twitter. Oh, you got your swimsuit on.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going to the water park.
Okay, close the door, please.
Okay.
Go with mommy. Close the door. Ah, shoot. View. Undo. Where's my drafts? Oh my gosh, dude. Market tools, namely convergence, and how we used it this week to profit. Okay. Okay, there we go. Send now. Okay, let's copy this. Copy this and then go into the announcements. And then copy this. Tag everyone. And then stocks, options, there we go. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, let me pull up the comments. Oh, this was only a 4-minute song? Oh wait, there's probably ads in here, guys. That sucks. I'm digging this music though, it's fine. Okay, so let me pull up the comments here so I can make sure I see everyone. Oh my. What's up, Cash Reckless? What were you saying oh my to? Was it to oh my baby? Yeah, she's going to the water park. It's pretty hot outside. Anyways, guys, so we're gonna let a couple people trickle in here. There was one guy in here who kind of made me want to get on stream today. Let me make sure he's in here. Let me DM him directly because he was the one that had all the questions for me. And then once he's in here, we can get started. We're going to talk about convergence today. I'll tell you guys exactly what convergence is and the tools, kind of just like an overview of the tools that I use for stock trading. So I know a couple of you guys are from the meme coin group and then also from my group. So if you guys do have any questions about anything at all, please just stop me, ask questions in the comments. That's pretty much all this live stream is going to be today, is just answering your guys' questions and then going over this whole week's convergence tool. Because I think that convergence is arguably probably the best tool to be using in stock trading. It is extremely accurate, and I'll show you guys, I'll backtest all of this week's convergence alerts, and I can show you exactly how well it did. So once this guy gets in here, I'll let you know. Chat in the comments. DM'd him. Let me pull up the thing here. What's up, King Lucifer? What a name, bro. What a name. Okay. So sorry about the little bit of mess. There's there's blankets behind me because my kid likes to hang out there on the futon while I'm working, so hopefully you guys don't mind that. Let's see. So I guess we can go over what happened today in the market. So this is I have this screen pulled up pretty much all day, and I live stream this screen all day in my group, in my stock group. And you can see I have a bunch of tools. This is the market net flow tool, and this basically just shows you all of the calls and puts over in the whole entire market, and it averages out into net flow. This is my favorite tool to use along with convergence, which convergence are these bars down here. And honestly, you guys, if you guys don't stock trade or options trade at all, and you don't use market net flow in your trading, you're missing out on a lot of gains, honestly. I've been using this tool probably since it launched like in April of last year, so like a year and a month or so. And I've been super successful in trading. And then I have the SPY chart. This little section over here is kind of small, so if you want me to blow it up, I can, if you guys want to see this more. But this gives you good long and short entries on whatever ticker you want, honestly. But I use it namely for SPY. And it alerts you once it gets above a certain threshold on EMAs and stuff. It catches reversals. King Lucifer, how are you, man? I'm doing good. We had a pretty good day today. I don't know if anyone in my group were in here, but we caught a really nice call today. Like, not right at open, but pretty close to open. But let me go through some of these things with you guys. So for today, we had a really nice run up on calls. So pretty much right at open, we were all the flow traders were super bullish, and that caught my attention right away. This is wrong, Wayne. If you're in here, there's no way that this was all the way up here when it alerted. Let me look and see when this is wrong. There's something wrong with this chart here. Let me pull up the one from earlier. When did I get in calls? I think I posted it on Twitter. I'll find it. Oh, there it is. Oh wait, no, that's not it. I'll find it. I will find it. And I never screenshotted it and put it in the group, but FOMO. Yeah, man, it's been straight up. It's been kind of crazy. It went from what? It opened up at SPY opened up at 415 today, and it ran all the way to 420. just above 420. So let me pull up this chart here. Oh yeah, this is the one that I'm talking about right here. Let me take a screenshot of this and have this readily available because this is the right chart. I don't know why it did that. Okay, so this is the right chart. So this is what it looked like in the morning. I don't know what's going on here. What is this? 1209? Okay, that's right. Oh, this. Oh, never mind. Here we go. So it's just really small, so it's hard for me to see. What is it? Man, it's so hard to see these freaking bars when it's later on in the day. Okay, nevertheless, this is just a blown up picture from the morning. So this is live data, guys. Oh, can you see this? I'm sorry. Yeah, you guys can see this. So this was from earlier on in the morning, and this is why I got into calls. So this was market open down here below. And I got into calls roughly around... Oh, you know what? This is the wrong chart too. Hold on, let me find this chart. I'm sorry, guys. I gotta find it. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. This is the one. I don't know why the data is showing up like that. It's not showing it accurately. I'll show you what's going on here. So this is so 9:30 a.m. Eastern time is when the market opens, and then you can see this is just the time frame. So this is when green convergence flip. These are these bars. So what convergence is? It's the strength of price action relative to market net flow. So if flow is going up, so if this green bar is going up and calls are way above puts in this case, we can pretty much guarantee that the market will go up once the convergence flips because the strength of price action relative to this flow is very strong. So if this flips and it just keeps going up and up, you can have a really, really nice run up today. And we caught this play, guys. These are my all-time favorite plays to make during the day. Is when calls or puts are way above each other. It's called a divergence. So if there's a big divergence between calls and puts, in this case calls were above puts, we can play these flips of convergence bars and make a lot of money. So in this case, I got into calls here on this flip. Calls were about, let's say 10 million. It's about roughly 10 million net flow here. And then puts were well below zero here. So we're able to catch a nice run up. So that's what convergence is. I can show you. We're going to backtest all of these throughout the whole entire week to show you guys how accurate it is. It's pretty freaking insane. So this was a screenshot that I took right at open. So at 10:02, I got into some calls. It might have been a little bit later, 10:04, a couple minutes or so. But everyone in my group were able to be notified of that. So let me actually see exactly when I got in. I got into calls. Okay, yeah, I got into calls at 10:05. So probably like around this area. So maybe it was like down here, possibly. So I saw the green flip. It pumped up a little bit and then came down slightly, and then that's when I entered. Guys, this tool is freaking nuts. Like, I don't even know what else to say, and I'll show you guys exactly how I use it. Are you backtesting convergence this weekend? Yeah, I'm gonna backtest it today. Post up, and then someone, hold on, let me message this guy back. In here or in YouTube chat. So this play ran for 200%. I got out well before 200%, sadly. But I like to take profits as I see it. I don't like holding, especially 0DTs, which I got in. I like taking profits as I see them. So in this case, I was up like 20%. I took like half of that position, and then I held a little bit more, and then took some at like 40%, and then I held two. I took one at one. I took one runner at like 100%, and then the other one was at like 200. Yeah, but I don't like holding very many contracts very long, so So that was convergence for today. So that was that flip. You can see that it was gray at the bottom here, but then right when it flipped, calls were well below or well above puts. Sorry, calls were well above puts, and then the green convergence flipped. So on the live chart, it gets kind of crazy because you don't see the blow up version on this. This is live. So let's flip over to the live version now. So this was the one that I just showed you in that screenshot. It showed that convergence flipped up here, but it really didn't. It flipped down below, so that might be a little glitch in the system here. But you can see this just from today. Here, you guys can see it well. Okay. So once convergence flipped gray here, you can see that it had kind of like choppy and a little bit of downward motion. It went from like 419 to like 418.5 and kind of just chopped around until that green convergence flipped again. So it did flip shortly here for a couple minutes, but it was midday, so it didn't really flip. It flipped back gray slightly, but then it flipped back green. So it did go, let's see, how many times did it flip green? 1, 2, 3, 4. So out of the 4 times it flipped green today, 3 of them worked out. This one is kind of like iffy because it stayed green for maybe 2 or 3 minutes. So I don't know if you would have even been able to catch anything there. Nonetheless, though, flow is very, very bullish today, so we got a very nice move up. So what are we at right now? 420.50 around? Yeah. So this was a good play here. So let me just screenshot this so I can show you guys how I pinpoint it. I think yesterday, we're going to go through all of the convergences this whole week. So I'm going to write these down too so I can create a thread. That was my plan for today. So 3 out of the 4 times, we're going to count this because it did flip green slightly. We're going to count this little area as green. So 3 out of the 4 times on Friday, what's the date today? The 26th? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3 out of the 4 times it flipped, it profited. 3 out of 4 times profit. So this convergence, it flipped at like let's say 319, and it went up to 420. So that was like a dollar move there. And then it went gray. Here, I can draw here. So it flipped gray around here. So you saw that we got a nice downward. Oh, that arrow is terrible, guys. Hold on. Okay, so it flipped gray around there. We got a nice downward move on that gray convergence. So if the green flow is above puts in this case and it flips gray, that can indicate that it will be choppy or it can go down. So in this case, it did go down. It went down, let's say at about 420. It was 420 on SPY, and then it bottomed at like, what is this? Oh, that's a little bit too high. So 419 or so. This is just like, I'm kind of just drawing on this, so it's not completely accurate. Okay, yeah, so that's like 419. So that's a dollar move down. So here's the low, and then here's when it flipped green. Oh gosh, that's horrible. But you guys get the idea, right? So when it flips green, we get a nice move up. This white line up here is the price of SPY, by the way, if you guys didn't recognize that. So this was today. So it flipped around 14:25 Eastern time. So what is that? That's 2:30, 11:30 my time. So let's scroll over here on the price of SPY. I'm going to get to your guys' comments here in a second. Let me just get through this from today. So 11:30, 11:25 my time. Okay, that's where, look at this. This is crazy because it lined up perfectly with the algo too. So this is the line right. Oh, you guys can't see it on the stream. Right there. So look at that. That's like right on 11:25. That's right when flow or convergence flipped to green. See that? 14:26 Eastern time, which is 11:25 my time. Right on this long. It's freaking nuts, guys. So at like 14:75 or so is when it alerted, and now it's at 420.70 right now. So that's another dollar move. You guys, If you guys aren't using this tool, I don't know, you guys are missing out. And I'm going to show you guys this whole week to see, to show you how it worked out. Okay, Corey has a question. I think, yeah, Corey's the man who I need to talk to. Show us setups and conversions. So were you here for that? Did you miss all of that, Corey? I just went over all of the convergence setups for today. Did you miss it? Let me know if you missed it. Because I just barely went through the setup from today and why I got in calls this morning. But this one from later on in the day was insane. Look how perfectly it lined up. Convergence flip down here, and then the long on algo started, and we got a nice dollar move up. Okay, you heard it? Sweet. So we're going to go over yesterday's now. So yesterday was Thursday, and we'll go through convergence yesterday. So today, we had a very, very good day. It's not going to be as good as today, guys. Like, I'm going to tell you right now, looking at flow, days like today are the days that you need to really go heavy on. I'm not going to say get like full port or anything like that, but these are the days that we need to take advantage of. That's a better wording. And today we did take advantage of it. So let's go over May 25th, which is yesterday, Thursday. Yeah, I'm going to save the video for you, Corey, so you'll be able to see it on YouTube. So let's go over yesterday's. The nice thing about Traditix is you can back test. So if you want to look at any day as since conversions or market net flow started, you can see how that flow looked. So yesterday was a little bit iffy because I mean puts were pretty close to calls all day, and we did chop around quite a bit. I don't think I got into any plays yesterday, but let's just go over convergence here. I'm going to take a screenshot of this so I can draw on it. Okay. Okay, so this is the convergence for May 25th, yesterday. So you can see we got nice gray at the very beginning, and I mean that makes sense because flow was super confusing. There wasn't really a big divergence at all on any of these. Like you want to see it, you want to see one of these below zero. Namely, I've noticed in the past that in order to get a very confident move, you want to get at least one of these calls or puts below zero. But in this case, calls were above puts pretty much the whole day. So we can really take that into effect. So here's where green convergence started yesterday. Arrow's a little bit better. So we got green convergence starting at like 412.75. Let me scroll over. I'll show you guys on the SPY chart from yesterday. So this, you can see the price of SPY in this white, but I'm going to try to show you as much as I can over here from yesterday. On the 5-minute chart. So it looks like it started at 10:34 Eastern, so 7:34 my time. So this is pretty cool too because it lines up almost perfectly with the algo sometimes, and it's really cool to see. So this is 34. Let me get my little nifty line so you guys can see it. So this is the blue line, and where convergence right here, where it alerted to go long. Now you got to pay attention to the strength of the convergence as well. You can see that these bars are a little bit bigger. But at that time, if it's above like 0.01, I'd say that that's pretty, no, 0.01 convergence. You can see the strength of it over here on the right side. That's pretty strong in my eyes. So in this case, we got a nice long on the algo. Well, we got the convergence flip first to green, and then we got a nice long on the algo a couple minutes later. So we got a move from like 4, so this says 412. Let's just say 413. So let's just say 413. Yeah, hit it there, 413, and it topped out at 414.50. So that was like a $1.50 move there in the morning, which was really good. So that's one. So it did turn gray. So let's see here. Oops. So it turned gray around this area. So nonetheless, ideally you want to get out when it flips gray. But I do like to get out when I see profits, not when it flips gray. So in this case, like a 0 DTE for a $1.50 move would have made anywhere between like 50 and 100%, I want to say. So that move was really good. We got great convergence, which it went down, and then we got a green one starting here. So this one wasn't that great, I want to say. Yeah, I would say that that's a washed one. So that one didn't really work out very well because it kind of chopped around. So you would have gotten stopped out probably on that one because it did flip gray. But this one was a really good one. So let's see what time that was. Let's just say 3:20. 13:20. So what is that? 10:20 my time. So let's go down to 10:20 on SPY. So right here, let's get the nifty line out. So this one was really good. So this one went from 14.20 in SPY, and it topped out around 4.1620. So this one was a $1 move or $2 move. Holy crap. $2 move here. Why does it make me do that? $2 move on this one, on this batch of green. And then it flipped gray around here. We got a nice downward move. You guys, it's hit or miss. Like I want to say like once it misses a day, maybe twice if it's really choppy. But ideally, if you want to be more profitable and you want to win more, you want to see nice divergences like this. So see later on in the day, we got a nice divergence in calls. It was 50 million, which is a lot. And then puts were around 25 million. You want to see it below zero like it was today, but still, that's a good divergence in calls. So this is getting a little bit messy. So let me erase some of this stuff. Erase. Why can I not erase? Erase. Erase. Erase this. All right, let's see if you guys have questions. Yeah, Corey, it'll be saved, bro. Don't worry. It will be saved. Don't worry. Once I'm done with this, it'll go right on my page. Okay, so let's see. So once it flipped green, we're only going to count the green ones. So it flipped green once, twice, 3, 4 times, and it was profitable 3 out of the 4 times again yesterday. What about this one? Let's see how much profit you would have gotten on this one. So this flipped green around here. So let's just say, what is this? What time? 15:30. So 12:30 my time. So let's scroll over to 12:30 my time. $12.30 right there. Okay, let's zoom in a little bit so we can see. So that one flipped. It's kind of hard to tell exactly when. Oh, I can look. Hold on. Let's move this. I can tell you exactly when it flipped. Oh, this was today. Let's go back to yesterday. When was this? It flipped at, 15:29. 15:28 it flipped green. So like at 4:15 it went up to 4. So this one wasn't that great of a move. So this one went from 4:15 to 4:15.60ish. So this little batch wasn't that great. But it's still, I mean, the 60-cent move is a 60-cent move up, right? So let's go back to that thing. So that was a dub. So, okay, we can move back on. We can move on to Wednesday now. Hey, what's up, Bices? Long time no see, my man. We're backtesting convergence, if you didn't know. We're backtesting convergence on every single one this week. Look at this, guys. Holy crap. So this is live. Calls are just mooning. You know what that tells me? That tells me that they're not going to default on debt ceiling. Because the expiration is next week on June 1st. So someone knows something, guys. Someone knows something. Okay, so let's see. Let's go to Wednesday. So this is where it gets kind of crazy. Because sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So let's screenshot this. This batch right here on... it gets kind of funky around here. Why did my music shut off? Hold on. Why is my headset off? Hold on. Oh gosh, hold on. There we go. I think I fixed it. No, I didn't. Hold on, guys. Hold on. They're dead. That's why. So I have to plug them in. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so let's go over Wednesday's convergence. Okay, so let's go over this convergence from Wednesday. So right off the bat, we did get a really nice move up on calls on Wednesday. So in my mind, I thought that we were going to be pretty bullish. But what kept me out was great convergence, and look what happened. SPY dropped pretty hard. We went from 412.50 or so, 412-ish, and dropped down to around 410. But then we did get a really small green convergence flip here, which that moved us from around 410.25 to 411.5. So that was a $1.25 move. It did flip gray. This is just rough estimates, guys. So, I mean, still, that's like a $1 move on green convergence. So it did flip green again here. This little batch, I'd count that as one. So it did flip green there. So 410.5. That one went up only like a quarter. That one only went up like 25 cents. I don't know if you would have caught that one. I'm just gonna wash that one. I'm not gonna call that a win or a loss. But let me erase some of this stuff so it doesn't get too crazy. I'm gonna just wash that one. That one doesn't count. Not win or loss on that one. Great convergence here, but then we did get a... This one was like another one where it only lasted for like a minute. So see, it kind of flipped green there. I mean, if you would have gotten in on that green flip, you would have still made money. But then it did flip gray pretty like right away. And then it flipped green again right here. So those two I'll just count as one win because you would have had a stop loss, obviously. And you would have been in the green if you would have gotten in there. I'm going to count that as one win, even though there was two flips. And then this one for sure was a dub. Holy crap. So sometimes these get pretty crazy, guys, like with the flips, because sometimes it does flip and it doesn't continue on like this one. But if you stick with the strategy of just getting in on the flip and then having a stop loss set, I feel like you would definitely be profitable if you just play the flips. So I'm going to count that as one win. So 1, 2 wins. And then this one was a win, 2, 3. This one moved from 410 to 411. So that was a $1 move there on this batch. Let's erase these. One, yeah, so like a dollar move there. It flipped. Okay, so this is where it gets kind of confusing too, because it flipped gray slightly and then it flipped back green. So I'll count that one as a loss because you would have gotten back in and then you probably would have gotten stopped out because it moved down about 50 cents. Let's see about this one. This little one would have counted as a win. Look at that move. This is just a little small one, but you would have caught a like $2 move just on that little one. So let's see. How many wins was that? One. I didn't count that one. 2, 3, 4. 4 out of the 5 won on Wednesday. So this is like 80-90% win rate just using conversions, nothing else, which is crazy to me just from this week so far. We're going to go to Tuesday and Monday. Yeah, 25 cents or less, break even, stop loss, wash. 50 cents or more win, $1 or more is a banger. I agree, my friend. So let's go to Tuesday, see how Tuesday was. I think Monday and Tuesday were the roughest, I want to say, because it got kind of choppy. Yeah, see this? Regardless though, let's take a peek. Wednesday through Friday of this week were insane with convergence. Okay, so this was Tuesday. So green, it got a green flip around here. So what is this? 417.25 or so? 417.25. And that went up to 417. What is this? It's like 418, right? Let me scroll back to Tuesday and make sure. What was the date for Tuesday? The 23rd? 23rd. So let's look at that. So this was roughly the time of the green convergence flip. 6:30. I gotta look exactly. I want to make it accurate, as accurate as possible. Back testing for y'all. Let's go back here. It flipped green at 9:39. 9:39 Eastern. So that was like right here. That was right there. So let's just say it went from 417.20 and then it topped at 418, like almost on the dot. So that's a win. That's nice. So when using this tool, guys, you guys have to have your own strategies for stop losses and taking profits. I have my own strategy and I can go over it with you, but if you just hold, so I'm not saying that you'll profit right off the bat if you just take these, because you can hold this to zero. Like, it's so risky with options contracts that if you guys don't know how to trade them and you don't know how to risk manage them, then you can be in a loss. But using tools like this, convergence can definitely help you and keep you more profitable, which it has for me. Just a little side note. Okay, so let's look at this one. So it did flip gray slightly, but then it flipped green again up there. I'd probably say that was a wash. What do you say, Bices? So it flipped green. Sometimes it gives you the little dots to show you exactly on SPY where it did, and sometimes it's kind of glitchy. So I'll have to talk to the dev on that one, because so from today you guys saw that it was kind of weird. So I'll probably say that this one was a wash, because it kind of did chop around. It went from like you guys can see here on the price of SPY, it kind of just chopped around here. Regardless though, a 25-cent move, that's a wash. So I'm going to just exit on. That's not a win or loss on that one, on this group. I don't think it ever flipped gray. Oh, it did flip gray here. Yeah, this is where it flipped gray. Sometimes it's not very accurate on the gray flips. It might have counted the gray up here. I don't know. I'll have to look at that closer. Let me look. I said that I want to be accurate with you guys, so I'll do it. Let's look and see where this flip gray exactly. Flip gray here. What is this? 11:37 Eastern. Okay, so it counted this as a gray flip right here before it flipped green again. So it only flipped gray for like 1 or 2 minutes, and then it flipped green again. I'd say that both those are washes too. Regardless, though, it flipped gray up here, which we got a really nice move down, and it stayed gray pretty much the whole entire day, as you can see here. So we got a nice move down, and it was gray the entire day. And then we got a red flip, which is kind of cool. So we got a flow flip where calls were above puts, but then puts went above calls. So in this case, we got a red flip like right at the end of the day. And that was like a, let's see, where did this end up? Exactly. 423? Yeah. So like 415 to 414, that's a dub. Okay, so let's see. So that was one win. 2 wins, 2 out of 2, I want to say. So this would be a wash. This is green, but if you do want to count it, it would have just been even pretty much if you would have gotten stopped out. So I'll give that a 2 out of 2. 2 out of 2 green convergence flips, or no, so 1 green convergence flip and then 1 red one at the end of the day. If I'm probably just rambling. You guys are probably getting super bored, so let me just run through this. It gets really interesting doing back tests like this. I'm like almost tempted to go back in the month and see exactly what happened like last week, but I'm not going to do it. I'll just do this week. If you guys want me to back test it, hop into the Discord and I'll back test a couple more from last week too. Okay, so Monday was the day where I just stood completely clear because we were choppy on Monday. We were in a $2 range. Oops, I gotta screenshot it because it flips back. Hold on. Scroll up a little bit. Okay. So this is gonna be a mess. So when I do convergence, I don't usually get in the first 15 or 20 minutes, 30 minutes of market open. So I'm not going to count those because they're super low too. And it looks like it was red and green at the same time. So you want to get in convergences when there's a nice divergence in flow, kind of like this. So see how calls were above puts. So let's run through this one. So this one might be a little bit rough. So we got gray convergence, but then we got a red flip here. Let's see how well this one worked out. So we got a red flip there. It did come up a little bit, and then it went down to... I need to see exactly what time this was for when this red convergence flip was. 10:49 Eastern on Monday, the 22nd. Monday the 22nd. Here we go. $10.40. What was it again? 10. Oh, I hate when it does that. Sometimes it's so fidgety, it won't let me see the time. Come on. 10:49. So 7:49 my time. Yeah, that one would be a wash too, it looks like. So it alerted a red flip here. It didn't last very long, but it went from like 4:18.60 to 4:18. I don't know about that one. That was like a 50-cent move. It depends on how quick you were, so I don't know. I'm gonna count that one as a wash. This one was a wash. Let's see how this green one did. Green was probably a wash too. This was just super choppy today or on Monday, guys. So I don't know, 419 to 419.50. That was probably a wash too. This one was a good one. It looks like. So this was a green convergence flip. This one went from 418.75 to 419.5. So that was a dub. That's a good one. Check that one. It went green here slightly. This one 418.75 and it flipped gray. So that one was a wash too. See what I mean, guys? On choppy days like Monday, you kind of just want to stay out. So this was a green one. Oops, that's a bad arrow. Oh, I just struggle with straight up arrows. So it didn't call the exact bottom, but it probably caught it around here. This was a really good one, so check that one. 418, we'll just say 418.75 or so, and it caught it. And it caught a nice move up. So it did flip gray here slightly. So let me see where it flipped gray. So 418.75 to about 419.5. So that's about a dollar move almost. But then it caught it again right here, and this one went from 419 to 420. So that's a dollar move. This one's a check. Man, my doodles are kind of crazy. Okay, so let's say all these were washes. Let's just give it a loss. Like, come on. You would have had to have lost on one of these down in the day, even though if you would have had a stop loss, you probably would have been a fine and they actually would have been a wash. But let's just say it was a loss, at least one. So that one went 3 out of 4. That one went 3 out of 4 too on Monday. Even with the choppiness, guys, it's freaking insane. So that brings us to the total of how many convergence trades? 4, 8, 12, 14, 19 total trades. And 3, 6, 10, 12, 15. 15 wins out of 19 trades is freaking insane, guys. What's the percentage on that? That's like 80%, no? 15 divided by 19. Yeah. 79%. So 8 out of 10, pretty much. So 8 out of your 10 trades, you'd be profitable if you just took conversion, nothing else. Like, you can increase your profitability if you use convergence along with other things too. So this was just from this week, convergence, guys. Like, we're going to go through this again next week, and I'll let you know how it goes. I might do these backtest streams every Friday. What do you guys think of that? But I've been doing this for like a year, guys. It's been absolutely insane. I haven't really gone into much detail about the convergence tool, but I use it almost exclusively with convergence on top of EMAs, on top of the algo alerts here, and then market net flow and JEX levels. You guys, I've never been more profitable in my trading career than I have been the last year, and it's all thanks to the Traditix tools that they have. It's freaking insane. And anyone in the Discord group knows how picky I am with plays. I don't get into very many, but I do like taking A+ trades, and today was that day. Just look at this. This is just from today, guys. Calls went straight up. It's been on an upward momentum. They were below 0 earlier on in the day, and that's why earlier on in the day it was a highly probable trade because puts were below 0 at this time. But we've been on a straight upward momentum ever since last night, pretty much, during futures trading. But yeah, guys, if you guys have any questions about my overview here, I've been talking for like 45 minutes. Gosh, I've been talking for 45 minutes. So if you guys have any questions about convergence, now's the time. Just go free reign. I know that there's like 8 of you in here, 8 or 9 of you. So if you stuck around through this, thank you. I'm a very, very boring person to talk to on stream. That's why I don't like going on stream very much, because I feel like I just ramble and I don't answer any of your guys' questions. So if you guys have questions, right now is the time. Please Let me just take a break. 5 minutes. 5 minutes talking. My throat is like super dry. So, yeah. Ask your questions now. Now's the time. We got 20 minutes left of market. So look at this. So as we're speaking right now, convergence is turning gray currently. So it is turning gray. Look what's happening on the algo flow here. So the algo flow did go short about 20 minutes ago, around 420.30. And currently we're at 420.20. So it's down 20 cents, but it did get as low as 419.93. So we did just bounce off of this 420 level, which is the JEX level, a gamma exposure level. You can see here. We got this big 420 level, which is, it usually acts as a magnet. So we'll see what happens here the last 20 minutes or so, what convergence does. So you can see puts are coming up a little bit. So ideally, I'd like to see a break below 420. So if we do get below 420 and hold, I think that we could hit 419. I don't know about today, but that's usually what I just look at while I'm trading live during the day. The beginning of the day convergence does not have enough data. Yeah, you're right, Corey. I'd usually like to stay away from trades beginning of the market, so that's why I get on live around like 6:45, 6:40 in the morning. I usually hop on and then I start really getting into it around 6:45 in the morning, which is 15 minutes after market opens. Because that gives me enough data to really dictate what's going to happen. If it's going to be choppy or so. Like this morning was very insane. I got super excited about today. I know a lot of you guys missed it in the Discord. You guys missed my call because it pretty much just went straight up. You guys can see what happened. It just went from like 4:15 all the way to 4:20 in like literally 30 minutes. So it was kind of hard to catch that one. I didn't catch it right at 4:15. It was like at 6. I can't remember. It was like at 7:05 in the morning. So 35 minutes after market open is when I got into a call. It was like down here in this area, 417 area. Stream more, stream the open. It's a good idea. Bices, I do stream in the Discord though. I kind of try to keep the streaming exclusive to Discord. But I do go live. I don't really talk that much in the live streams because I'm more focused, but I can talk in the morning ones if you guys want me to. But in the mornings, all day actually, I go live in the Discord and I share this exact screen, which I'm showing you guys right now, with market net flow, convergence, and the algo with the SPY price. Let's see if we have any questions in this other group. Hold on. Dun, dun, dun. If you guys have any questions, please ask me while we're live right here. We're kind of just watching till the end of the day. I just went through all of the convergence of this whole week, and we got 15 out of 19 trades. There was like 4 or 5 washes, maybe 6, that would have just been break even or so if you're managed on your risk. But 15 out of 19 green or red convergence flips would have been profitable. The idea is to, if you get into convergence, a convergence play, and you get in right when it flips, you want to give yourself a little bit of a stop loss, but Not enough to make you go like minus 50% or something like that. Minus 25 is even too high for convergence, I want to say. But yeah. Ideally, you'll want to, right when you get in, you'll either want to do like a 10, 15%, maybe 20% stop loss on convergence flips. And just hold it until you're pretty deep in profits, plus 20% or so. Or when convergence flips to gray. Ideally, you want to do it before it flips gray. But 15 out of 19 is insane, guys. I'm going to post a thread on that. I probably should have been saving those screenshots because and writing them out because I want to create a thread on it. I'm going to create a thread on all those I'll go through it one more time. I know I just did it on live here, but I'll go through it and actually write it down. So everyone can see it on Twitter. I'll post it on Twitter and Discord. Man, SPY is just so bullish, man. Holy crap. That short on algo kind of would have been rough here. But if you have your stop loss around like the high a day, so like ideally you don't even want to get into short when flow looks like this. Like you hardly ever see call flow get above like even where it's at right now. So even when the algo here says short, ideally you don't really want to. But puts are coming up here a little bit. 420.62 would be my stop loss if I did get into this trade, which I probably wouldn't have because it's super bullish. That bounce off of 420 gamma exposure level was nice. But I'll let you guys just watch this out for the end of the day. Oh, hey Corey, I know you have some questions, bro. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I'm pretty much an open book. I know you had some questions, so if you want to type them in Discord or here in the comments, that's fine too. Let me make sure no one has. Let me get rid of this on here. Hold on. Okay. It's been a day though, guys. Is the music too loud? I think the music's too loud. Hold on. It's too loud for me. Turn it down. There you go. Turn it down a little bit more. Oh, guys. I drank all this water bottle and now I don't know why I never finished water bottles. I had 2 over here. I just finished one. That one was like 3/4 of the way gone. Now I have this one, which is like 1/4. I should honestly refill these, but I do have these refillable cups. Anything else interesting happened today other than this is another tool which I can go over another time. I do have quite a few quite a few videos on gamma exposure, and I go pretty hard on this tool. Using this tool is absolutely insane as well. It's pretty nice. What is 418 doing, bro? That is huge. Oh, look. Look at this. Big red candle on SPY. We're breaking below 420 here. Man, that short might have been nice. We'll see what happens here. Convergence is still gray. Oh my gosh, my voice is cracked. Convergence is still gray here. So ideally, when call flow is above puts here, and convergence turns gray, that usually means chop or downwards momentum. So we'll see how this plays out. Let me refresh this page. If this gets down to like 419, I'll freaking lose my mind because it's so cool. Just shows you how powerful these tools are. You guys are a quiet bunch. You guys are a quiet bunch. No questions at all. So quiet in here. Oh man. It's been a day. Let me check on some of my meme coins, huh? Oh, there we go. That's nice. So there's one other guy who there's one other guy in our Discord that is like solely a convergence trader. His name's Wayne. Shout out Wayne. Wayne always looks like the convergence tool, and he has been killing it lately. The last like 3 days, I want to say, he's been taking convergence trades, and he's up like, he was up 5% like every single day this week, except for Monday, I think. Tuesday, he was posting it. I'd have to go back and look, but Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, he was up like 4 or 5% in his portfolio, like overall his whole entire portfolio, just trading SPY and convergence tool. It's freaking nuts. What is ACE? Wait, Michael, what do you mean, Bices? What happened to price action TA? Screw price action TA, bro. We got convergence and gamma exposure levels. Dude, pictures are for chumps. I'm telling you right now. Data is the way to go. Data like this is the only way you should be trading. Smart money, tools, gamma exposure, dealer positionings, all that is way better than pretty pictures. And I roast anyone that uses pretty pictures in their charts. It is a waste of time. What is ACE? Corey. So Corey's asking about ACE. So let's go through. The Discord here. I got a freaking crap ton of Discords, guys. Okay. So let's go through ACE's. Can you guys see this, Will? Hold on. I need to make sure you guys can see this on my screen. Did I line it up good? Can you guys see this? If you guys can't see it, let me know. Anyways. So this is the trading group that I have. It's called the Stonk CEOs. It is a company that I created with one of my good buddies. He's not active much anymore, so I kind of took over. But we have... So it will look a little bit different for you guys. Let me So this is a private group, guys. So you do have to sign up. It's very, very, very it's very cheap compared to other people. I'll give you that. For the amount of stuff that I have in this group, it is extremely cheap. It's like half the amount that I've seen others, and a lot of groups just have alerters, which I kind of don't like as much. I do like the tools that I have in my group a lot better compared to others because it teaches you how to do it on your own. But nonetheless, I do share the trades that I get into, and I do have one other guy who's really, really good at what he does. He trades a lot more than I do, and his name is Ace. Corey asked about Ace, so I can just run through Ace's trades real quick. Ace trades Monday through Thursday, pretty much you can probably give him 2 or 3 trades a day, Monday through Thursday. He takes a off day on Fridays. But he's a pretty insane trader. He's a scalper, I want to say, day trader. And he does hold runners kind of like I do. But he is a lot more aggressive than I am, because he does take 0 DTs and he'll ride those to like he'll ride those losses and like average down. He's a freaking animal. I like playing a little bit safer trades, maybe 1-2 day. Although those aren't as safe as you can possibly get, but for day trading 1 or 2 days, I usually like to take, and I like to be safer, so I like looking for A plus setups. Ace is kind of just like a balls to the wall kind of guy, and he's very good at what he does. He only takes a few losses every now and then. He does have bad strings, but he's been on a heater the last month. He was on a fat win streak for like a month, I want to say. I don't think he lost a single trade in a month. I have to look and see. He did lose yesterday. I think yesterday was his first loss. He mentioned that he was on a heater. I can't remember. Yeah, first loss since May 4th. So like 3 weeks of straight wins is insane. So he is a scalper / day trader, in which they're a little bit more risky than my trades. So just fair warning on that. But his win rate is insane. So you can take confidence in that. You can run through all of his stuff, backtest all of his stuff, and see what happened during those times. It has the timestamps at the bottom. So if you want to go to that day and see exactly what happened, you can also look at the contract price and see what happened too. But yeah, I love Ace. He's an awesome guy. He goes live every now and then during the morning time. And then I like going live like this on YouTube every so often during Power Hour. But yeah, that's Ace. That was a rundown of Ace's stuff. Does that answer your question, Corey? I hope it did. If it didn't answer your questions, please let me know. I can go over whatever you need. Slick Rick says convergence is greater than gamma exposure to determine direction. Yes and no, but if you coincide both of them together, you're pretty much unstoppable. I would say that convergence has a greater edge on gamma exposure, because I've noticed the last week, I felt like, especially in the beginning of the week, I felt like what I was doing is I was relying more on gamma exposure levels than I was on convergence, and I didn't really pay attention to that. So that was a mistake that I did make for myself. So I do want to say, especially last week, because we just back tested it, I would have to back test gamma exposure and see how well it did. But just from the back test that we did on convergence today, I felt like convergence did a lot better than gamma exposure levels. But still, it was able to give us nice exit points, because today especially I saw that 420 was a good gamma exposure level, and that's when I exited. And looking where we pivoted earlier on in the day. So I got in around like 7 in the morning. So down here in this group, and like I caught this giant run. I think I got out around 418. 418 was my first target. I got out around 20% here and then kept runners. And then I got out again around 419, which is another gamma exposure level. And I was like at 60% or so. I can't remember. And then up here was 420, which it almost hit 419.85 almost like a few minutes later, 30 minutes later or so. These are all gamma exposure level, guys. This isn't like all these yellow lines that I have here, or green, I'm colorblind, I don't know, are gamma exposure levels in which I exited. You can see that it pivoted a little bit here. This is a 5-minute chart, by the way, so it might, here I can show you. We'll go down to the 1 minute and I'll show you where it pivoted a little bit. So see how this group here, see a little bit better. So this was 418, pivoted a little bit, see? Pivot here, then it broke above it. Then it went to 419, pivoted a little bit, broke above it, came back up, retested it, and shot all the way up to 420. It's insane. That's just gamma exposure levels too. That's another video, guys. Oh, man. All right. Let's see. What is Ace in Discord? What do you mean, what is Ace in Discord? He's a real person, and he goes live, but he trades his own trades. He's a momentum trader, so he does look at the flow occasionally, but he relies on price action. to dictate his trades, and he's very, very good at it. He doesn't use convergence and all these things like I do, but he does use momentum trades and levels, I'm pretty sure. Your buys are 1 week out 50 delta options. I don't think I've ever really taken very many next week trades. But I can. It pretty much has the same outcome. If you think that the stock's going to go up, if you think the stock's going to go down, you get puts, and if you think it's going to go up, you're going to get calls. The only difference is the delta, right? The delta and the theta. So the amount of premium you get can raise the amount of delta, etc., etc. And obviously, the more expensive they are, the more further out, the more safer they are. So it just depends on your style of trading. If you want to trade like that, that's fine, and have a stop loss of 10, 20%. It could be safer for you. I haven't really tried very many times like next week or monthly expirations using convergence. This convergence tool is more of a day trader tool. But there are, on TradingTix, there are several swing trader tools to use, which I've used before. On convergence, do you like to buy the first bar it turns green, or do you wait a few bars? So that's a very good question. I usually like to wait. I usually like to get in first bar, or when it's like right about to flip, either that or within the second or third bar, I do get in. So I would say if it flips green and it's like on the fourth or fifth bar, you probably would have missed out on the momentum already on the trade. So like with today, I can go back and see exactly what I did. I'm pretty sure I got in like right when it flipped this morning. Because I was getting FOMO. I didn't know if it was gonna ever flip green, but I knew it was super bullish today. So I think I did jump in like right when it flipped green. Let me see. The second thing is I don't think I screenshotted it in the chat. I did talk about it though. Yeah, I didn't post it in the chat, but I did get in like right when it flipped, because at 10:05 a.m. is when I hopped in. I can tell you exactly when I punched in my trade. Hold on. I got into 4:18 calls at 10:04 and 36. No, 10:05:36. I hate that it's in Eastern time. I can't even see.